Thank God.
Thank God, man. Thank God it is finally over, man.
Yes,
It's
Lord.
over. I'm just putting this into Facebook so we can get it going.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Got like the recap, man. Been a tumultuous season to say the least. Not a lot of highs, but a lot of lows, brother.
Oh my God, way
A
too
lot of
many
lows.
though. But
Yeah.
the beauty of well, I don't know if say the beauty of that is we did predict this.
Oh yeah.
We
Yep.
may not have predicted the injuries.
Right. Right. That's the one thing you can't predict. Right.
We knew this bad season was upon us, but it is in the Facebook group, so we done that. Um, um, we are the Dallas Duo. I am D Hill, one half of the Dallas Duo. Who do I have with me tonight?
Man, it's your boy D White, man. We back for 63. It's a new year. Happy New Year to everybody. I know we ain't seen y'all in a while, but hey, ain't been much to talk about.
I
Y'all seen
one,
what was going on.
one of our supporters. He definitely just hit me. He's like, "Hey, bro, why?" And I was like, "You know what? You right. You right."
Right. Right. Like what's yeah.
So we took a break. We took a hiatus of pretty much of
Mental health.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, once they gave us something to talk about, you know,
Hmm.
we decided to talk about it. But first and foremost, before we get uh any further, as you can see, man, it is
Hmm.
Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity
It is.
Incorporated,
It is.
1911. You know what I'm saying? It is J5. I want to appreciate everybody,
Yep.
all the good noops out there.
Yes. Yes, sir.
You
Yo
know,
to the good bros out there.
to the good bros before we get any further. We want to get that out the way. So,
Yes,
see
sir.
you had your nail your own. I'm like, hold on, I got something. Let me go pull out the bucket. Pull out the bucket.
Let me dust the bucket off.
So let's get man. So we ain't gonna be because we got a game Sunday night game that
A good game.
yeah, some real seasons though.
Some real football.
We want to get to that right there. So let's get right to it. Let's give up, even though we predicted this was going to be a bad season,
Right.
a setup season, sabotage whatsoever.
Mhm.
How do we feel overall about what we saw throughout the season?
I feel like it's kind of sweet and sour. I felt like it was completely done. It wasn't no way he was coming back after what we were seeing. Then I kind of seen like his team kind of mold and gel a little bit at like the end half of the season. It was like you're trying to save a man's job. I'm like, well, I mean that doesn't sound good. I mean, I get a man some respect. He done won the Super Bowl. He won 12 games 3 years in a row. So I can say, man, that is some good coaching to get all them injuries, to get them playing. And he won what? We won 5 out of 6 and should have beat Cincinnati, So I mean,
Hmm.
so that was a little positive. The team had some fight and they had their coach back. Mike Zimmer, that was a real positive for me.
Yeah.
Seeing the way he flipped stuff, like he came out and said he was trying to keep stuff similar how Dan Quinn was running his defense, and he thought it and ended up being a mistake. He should have just came out and did what he did the best from the get go. So that kind of is the reason why the defense was a little started slow and started picking up towards the end of the season. But the defense, man, that's a real bright spot for me to see them gel like that with all those injuries. Get Mike with the hands on them with everybody 100%, man, and a full off season doing what he want to do. I mean, I would like to see that.
The thing about it is, I agree with the Mike Zimmer part, and Mike Zimmer gave us when the whole totality of Mike Zimmer. Of course, we didn't get the full Mike Zimmer based off the personnel, but we seen him try different things.
Right. Yep.
We seen him
Every
say
week.
this. He was like, "Bro, I can't do this. This don't work. I got to do this. I got to do it this way." We got to try to defend mobile quarterbacks this way. I got to
Right.
attack the secondary this way. And then when we finally got something from the offense, he's like, "Okay, boom, I can show y'all my Zim packages." You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go.
So it was things that we saw from him that was a positive, like I say, based off the injuries that we had to everywhere. You know,
Everywhere. Every
from
level of defense.
the D line to the secondary.
Hmm.
It was one thing that he was stubborn. Maybe it wasn't his own volition, but we were definitely calling for Donovan Wilson to get benched.
Right. Yep.
But at the same time, he did not bench him. But at the same time, he figured out how to utilize him
Thank you.
And then we started to see the Donovan Wilson that we knew.
Right. Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, so like I said, it was things like that from Zim, you know, that we got. So that's a positive. I'm gonna get back to Zim a little bit later, but let's rewind to the offense. We didn't get the same thing from the offense. That was the most frustrating part. Was it's like it's no way that everybody should be asking for the same things every single week. It's no
Every
way
damn
why we can we asking, we begging for creativity. We
Mhm.
asking for more emotion. We asking for things, the running games, find a running back, stick to a
Right.
running back. You know,
Come on, man.
it shouldn't have been, it shouldn't have took that long for him to actually figure it out. And that was the most frustrating part. The part that got me when they said they started trying to play for him, play hard for him, it was too late for me because
Right. Right.
you had 2 moments prior to this year
hmm
to play hard for Mike. Aaron Rodgers last year in Green Bay, that year that they was having a bad year, and all of a sudden the best game that they have was against you.
Yeah. It was against you.
That's his former team.
Yeah.
If you really ride for him,
hmm
you don't let his former team
Come and whoop you.
embarrass him like that. His former quarterback that
Right.
had so much disparaging things to say about him. You don't let that happen. Then on top of that, if you really rock with Mike, you don't let the organization that fired him you let that playoff game happen.
Come into your house in the
So don't,
playoff.
don't tell me that you really fighting for your guy and he should be here. That's fake to me.
Right.
You know, that didn't do nothing to me. It didn't
Yeah.
move.
They ain't move. Yeah. It don't sway no opinions. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it is, like I said, when we move on from you got anything else about the season? Because we know about the season was, like I said, we predicted it was a sabotage.
Yeah.
We knew it was gonna be a setup season. We just remind you of 2019.
Exactly.
We said all that. Okay, the
hmm
injuries happened. Of course, we didn't predict the injuries. Of course, we don't
Right.
want to see injuries, but the sabotage was there.
It was there from the get go.
The politics that they had to deal with throughout the entire season were there. So that's not surprising that aspect. So let's get to Mike. Mike was brought on to be an upgrade from Jason Garrett.
There you go.
We knew what Jason Garrett was. They tried to develop Jason Garrett. They got as much as they could get out of
hmm
Garrett as they could have. They felt that he was around the rim. That was their
Right.
word. They thought they would go get a made man.
hmm
These words to take them over the top. Mike McCarthy has a Super Bowl. You know, he come from a winning program. They thought that he was going to be the one to take them over the top. We couldn't get past the second round with Mike.
Again.
So was it all on Mike? No.
No.
But at the end of the day, you know what this is. You are the head coach, and you were
Mhm.
brought here for one reason. It's the reason why he been on the hot seat since he got the damn job.
Yeah. It's from the get go.
If you go back and look at any of the lists of hot seat lists, he up there
Every year.
since he got the job.
Every year.
So like I say, everybody want to mention about the 12-5 3 years in a row. He been on the hot seat since, like I say, every year.
hmm
So the fact that he didn't get us over the hump, I don't think any more years is going to change
We're
anything.
gonna change that. Yeah, exactly.
And so we know it. Like I said, he got a chance to get his offense back.
hmm
We've seen half a season of elite offense, but we've seen more of a bad offense more so than we seen the elite offense.
Right. That what makes it worse. That he started out with a bad offense last year. The players had to kick in his door, have a sit down with him, change the offense, change the scheme a little bit. Elite offense. So we thinking this year we're just gonna start out with the elite offense. He went back and still did what he wanted to do with the outdated stuff, and didn't even change like that. No, I mean it just makes no sense.
That's the indictment on yourself, right? Like you
That's
say,
right.
seeing what worked last year. You
Seen.
supposed to build on that. That was the only thing, the only optimism that we had about the season was we
Yep.
know the offense gonna be all right because we seen
Exactly.
So I know we went through I know we talked about bringing him back, and he just can't be a play caller.
He ain't signed up for that.
And that's my thing. Like I said, he has pride. He's prideful.
Right. He's a grown man, right?
Like I understand most of the time, like I said, I got a saying to myself, hey man, keep it real with yourself.
hmm
And some things that you can't do, and some things that somebody can do better than you. I
There you
understand. I understand my strength. I understand my weaknesses. So that's me. Everybody don't have that self-awareness.
Thank you.
He probably thinking like, hey man, look what I did with Cooper Rush, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dak, bro, we seen what you was doing with Dak. Say what
Yeah,
you
I
want.
mean,
Say
say
what you
what
want
you
about
want.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't here to debate how you feel about Dak. I can
Right.
care less. Dak is here for 4 more years, unless he gets fed up and requests a trade.
Right.
And as we can see, he ain't gonna never do that. Probably,
Right.
knock on wood. So I think it's best to move on, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
You don't trust him to make the right hire. That's exactly what it comes down to. Like who we got there? Because they sold the Good Boy Club, and you got to have experience. They will never go out their comfort zones to get somebody that a first time, like a hot young coordinator. They would never go out there and hire him because he don't have no skins on the wall, or he don't have no connection. He didn't grow up with one of the Jones grandsons. Like it's just weird stuff, man. You keep doing these old retreads because they got connections, and you keep getting the same results. Why don't try something different, man?
And that's the thing. They not go. We didn't bottom out completely for them to think drastic change is necessary.
Right. Exactly.
Like say they have an opportunity to go get a Ben Johnson and a Robert Saleh on this coaching staff, bring in a legit coaching staff and get this thing rolling. Really invest in the players that you have.
Mm-hmm.
They have an opportunity to do that.
They cheat. On top of that,
they are purposely refusing to do that.
Right. But he want to get an interview. Watch. And if you do, he's gonna laugh in their face. Oh, what? 4 million? Okay.
Yeah, come on now.
5 million?
And what I wanted to say about Zimmer, I listened to Calvin Watkins' interview on 105.3 The Fan last week. I think it was Friday. And he talked about that same press conference that you mentioned. He making it seem like Zimmer about to retire.
Right. That's what it did sound like. That's what I thought.
It sounded like, bro, he's like, yo, I came and did y'all a favor.
Yep. For 1 year.
Like, this is what it is. I ain't coming back to coaching. Like,
right. Man just got engaged. He got a horse. He's trying to get in the Kentucky Derby. He got all that going on the side,
And that's the thing. So let's look at this. If we bring back McCarthy,
right,
and we ain't got Mike Zimmer,
oh, I don't want no parts of that.
I'm afraid on who he gonna bring.
Yeah, if it ain't Saleh,
that's true.
Right.
Because think about it. You brought in Mike Nolan.
Thank you. That's what his first choice.
They had to go get Dan Quinn.
Thank you.
Okay.
They had to get Mike Zimmer.
They had to go get Mike Zimmer.
Yeah.
Okay, you might have wanted Joe Witt to, get the job, and shouts out to him being smart enough to go to Washington.
Thank you. Yep.
But, they had to go do that. Now, like I said, once again, like we tired of the front office meddling with the coaching staff.
Right.
But I mean, kudos to them for making, at this point. So I don't trust Mike
Mm-hmm.
that decision.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't trust this defense going through another transition.
Another one. Was that 3 years in a row?
Yeah. With what we seen from Mike at the helm with the offensive side. If I can trust him having given us a legit offense, then we can take the lumps with the defense having this growing pains.
Yeah, because you got enough playmakers over there when healthy to figure something out. 100% right. But I say, yeah, Mike decision making on these coaches, man, is beyond iffy.
It's iffy, but there's iffy too, because like I said, I'm very afraid. I believe that, like I said, we got the notification that Gerard Mayo was fired.
Right.
We also got the notification that Mike Vrabel wanted this job.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want Vrabel to come to Dallas. I believe he's going to New England before he come here. I believe he go to the Jets before he come here.
Yeah. Yep.
So
you can definitely pepper him in New England.
If he's the only former head coach, to beat their self-imposed criteria,
right?
Then we don't have an upgrade out there.
Mm-hmm. So it's almost like it's forcing them to keep Mike. And is that a situation you want to be? Do you force to keep a coach because your coaching criteria,
or you going to go get John Gruden?
Oh, that ain't even. I keep forgetting about.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I keep forgetting about Gruden hanging in the background.
That's what I'm afraid. Because if you go, like I said, if you got this self-imposed former head coach,
Right.
to get have to have
Criteria.
it on their resume prerequisite, then you're going to go get John Gruden. You're
If we
going to try
hear
to sell us on that idea.
right, if you hear Gruden's in Dallas sometime soon, you already know what time it is. Now, he ain't in for no convention or no. Yeah, he in there talking to Jerry. If he in Dallas anytime soon, then
Or
what's going on.
or and like I said it, but told you before, Kellen Moore. If they gonna try to hit us with the, oh, y'all want us to go get a first time head coach, y'all want us to go get a young coach, y'all want us to go young, right? Okay, we know somebody young,
Right.
and if they go get Kellen,
Mhm.
then what?
And at least we understand that he been, what I'm saying, he was actually groomed for the position. That's why he came up in the ranks with Dallas. What I'm saying. At least that makes sense.
And he went to other places, so
Right.
he has grown.
Yeah.
Pause.
His play calling is better, definitely, than it was when he was with us.
He has evolved as.
Right.
I'm not saying he has evolved as a play caller because I still see some warts in some of his
Yeah.
things, but
Yeah.
he has gotten better.
Right. Right.
He has learned.
Yeah. Not saying we want him at all, but I'm saying at least it makes sense. I can understand them doing that.
Like I said, I can understand him and Eberflus coming together. I can
Right.
or if you try to convince them to stay, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
I got from Kate Band to San Fran. Come get Kyle.
The group, yeah, man. Come on, Kyle.
We would love to have Kyle here.
We love that.
We would go. We would definitely go pick Kyle up
Yeah.
ourselves if that was the case. But giving up picks, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, everybody got a folk that's gone with Mingo. Mingo got 3-4 catches. That's it.
It's the reason why we don't have Sean Payton.
Right. They want to give up the pick.
Because we had to give up pick. It's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. We're not doing that. So I think it's we've seen all the names. We know the names that we really want. We know the names that floated out there. There's no need to speculate on a coaching job that we don't know is coming open or not.
Exactly.
So we'll wait for that news to come or not come.
Right. Well, January 14th, his contract runs out, so it'll be here. It'll be here soon with 8 days. So next week or so.
But
Cowboys gonna use it every last day.
Every last day.
Gonna use every last day. They're not proactive at all, so I had to wait it out.
But either way, let's say if Mike comes back or they get a new coach, either way, what do we want done differently from the organization moving forward?
If Mike come back, like we talked about, he can't call play. Like it just can't happen. He can't be the play caller, man. Not like Schottenheimer is the OC type of deal. No, he needs a OC who runs the offense, runs the meeting, who calls the plays on Sunday. It's no deal. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see him. We can't. Mike McCarthy's offense is outdated, man. Defenses know how to stop. Even in the regular season, we do work. When you get in the playoffs, his offense gets shut down in the playoffs every day on here. Like, so we need a new play caller. But like me and you, we want some new, we want some new blood in here, man. We want some fresh ideas, some creative offense. And like I said, I'd rather have an offensive head coach than a defensive head coach, because if you get a good OC with a defensive head coach, you'd be looking for a new OC every other year if you got a good OC. So I'd rather have a good offensive head coach. That way the offense is all going to be in place for long as he's the head coach. Then you got to get you a good DC, and they usually hang around a little bit longer than a good OC.
Me personally, I hate that narrative of you scared to get a defensive coach because your offensive coordinator could possibly leave. Here's my thing. Huh?
No, I feel you.
My thing about that is, if he gets hired, that must mean probably he did something good.
No, right. Yep.
So I ain't trying to get I want that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, prime example, like we was prepared for Dan Quinn to leave for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. Okay. We were gonna have to find another defensive coordinator.
Right.
Just have the system in place. if we can, all you have to do is see what works.
Right.
Like prime, like we know the type of weapons that Dak needs. Route runners.
Right. We get somebody getting open.
So
Separation.
we, like you say, we don't care about. We don't care about nothing else. The number one priority: can he run? Can he run route? Can he
Mhm.
separate? That's it.
Right.
Like you said, all the other stuff, is he tall? Is he fast?
Mhm. Right,
All
right,
that other stuff.
right.
That's it. That's
Right.
that's extra. That's the icing on the cake. But first, if he can't run routes, Dak
Ain't
can't
no-
do you can't do
Yeah.
nothing with that.
And they don't need to even look at them.
So you know what I'm saying. So I don't need a system to understand that. You know what I'm saying. Now, yes, I would like a system to help out the wide receivers to, you know what I'm saying.
Right, right.
You know, let them
Thank,
benefit, they scheme them open, let them be,
thank you.
do some things
Thank
for them.
you. Because CD doing this by himself. Think if
Yeah.
he could get schemed open, what he could do.
Yeah, CD scheme proof. You know what I'm
Right.
saying. But Tolbert ain't.
No, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Okay,
Exactly.
I would like a scheme that is, help him get open, help him,
Right.
utilize his skill set. But at the end of the day, like it's 3rd and 9.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go get it.
I need you to go in, and so
Right.
does that. So, like I said, I don't need a system to understand that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know what he needs. That's just a point blank period.
Right.
So
Ain't nothing wrong with an easy button.
yeah. So when it comes to the offensive system, we've seen what worked, and we also seen what worked, and we seen what don't work.
Well, it don't work. Yep.
So I'm at the motion, like I say, if Mike returns, yeah, you can here go the 3 people that we got as offensive coordinators. You can pick one.
Mhm.
You
Right.
can pick them. You know what I'm saying? Cause you got to work with them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, here go your 3 choices.
Right.
And Schottenheimer might be one of the choices.
So I said Schottenheimer probably be Schottenheimer, but at least he calling the plays.
Think about, because if he trash, we can get rid of your ass.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But I think for me, I think the number one is low hanging fruit. Is for me is to put football first. I get that. I'm asking for too much for that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even had that.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
I ain't even had that on the list. But you got to utilize free agency. And
Mhm.
bro, I am not asking for them to go make somebody the highest paid free agent acquisition.
Right.
I'm asking them to play the game, bro. A lot of these dudes are taking prove-it deals, taking 1-year deals. That's your bag.
That's your bag.
Use that to your advantage.
Thank you.
Oh, you trying to get the bag next year for somebody?
Mhm.
Come on with that. What better stage is you to get off at Dallas?
All the primetime games.
And you can go get paid, sir.
Yep. Mhm.
Help us, help you. Target, you know what I'm saying? Like
Not that hard.
I seen the list of the free agent acquisitions that we got. And somebody was like, hey man, when you really look at the free agents that we got this year, they really not that bad. And they had Kendricks, Linville
Yeah.
Joseph, Carl Lawson, Carlos Watkins, all the free agents, they had them all in the list.
Mhm.
And yeah, when you think about it, in totality,
Right.
that's cool.
Right.
Half of these dudes we got in August.
How about that? They signed. We was in camp when we signed them dudes, bro.
Can we get the dudes in March?
Thank you.
Can
That's
we
all
get
we
the
ask.
can we get the dudes in OTAs?
Thank you.
Can they play the whole training camp so we can actually utilize them to their whole advantage?
That's all we asking, man. Just some starters, average starters. We ain't talking about no. I mean, you turn to a Pro Bowl, cool. But we just trying to get a starting caliber players in free agency. That's all we asking, bro.
How many years have me and you been asking for Puna Ford? You feel what I'm saying?
He ain't breaking the bank.
That's all we're saying. If you can target people, like, okay, boom, we need a wide receiver, we need a corner, we need safety, we need the whole team. So
yeah, I need it all.
But it's players that's out there that sign early, but they don't be breaking the bank.
Thank you.
It's them cheap March signings that you can get, and I get it. You don't want to mess up your comp formula. We understand that, bro. You can have a conversation with these dudes and let them know, like, listen, we ready to bring you in. We can't sign you till after this. We don't want to mess up the comp formula. You know
Right.
Like, hey, we not stopping you from going to go sign with somebody, but look, just trust me. We are interested. Trust me. It can work.
There's plenty of ways to get around all that stuff, man.
Bro.
Plenty of ways.
Think about some of the running backs that we just let all of them go last year.
Every last one.
I mean, that we had no choice but to bring Zeke back. Like, that's how bad they got in that field.
Dog. Could have had J.K. Dobbins for 50 cents in a jawbreaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we didn't even call my man. Derrick Henry in Dallas, wanted to come to Dallas, didn't even pick up the phone.
Hey, bro, like I said, I get it. You didn't call it. He went and got paid. You told us Zach Moss was too much. Like you said. But
Zach Moss.
J.K. Dobbins is getting paid Skittles.
Right.
You never called him.
Didn't even think about calling.
But you called Zeke. Why did you do that? It's like you said, it's stuff like that. You know,
it just don't add up. Like you weren't trying to get better.
You know, so I'm asking for is to use free agency the proper way.
The right way. That's it. Not break the bank. Just get starter level players. That's all we asking. That way, when you get to the draft, you can draft how you need to.
Like prime example. Okay, Philly. We know Philly. They gonna spend money.
They're gonna spend money.
But they saw something in Zach Bond that nobody else saw.
Mm-hmm.
They said, okay, he being misused in New Orleans in our system. He can be something.
There you go.
Zach Bond ain't making no money.
Nope.
It is so many players in this NFL, and it's gonna be in this free agents pool that has been misutilized.
Yep.
Or coming in, they haven't been paid or something like that. That could just use. They'd be like, hey, you know what? If he was in my scheme,
yep.
I'm looking at it like this. How much you think Darius Slayton gonna get in free agency? Wide receiver.
He probably. I'm trying to think what well, Christian Kirk got a lot more than I thought, so I don't know.
He ain't never had a Christian Kirk season.
Yeah, he ain't never had a Christian Kirk season, so yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to make no money.
He ain't about to break the bank.
You like that as players. That's what I'm saying. It's players like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh man, you can go come sign this 1-year deal here in Dallas.
There you go.
Play with the best quarterback that you've ever played with.
Get on the big stage.
Make you some money.
Right. And you get a comp pick. When they leave and sign a big contract.
It's players like that that's who I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's going to be players just like it's a whole list of them like that.
Mm-hmm.
We needed linebackers last year. Josie Jewell went to the Panthers. He didn't make a lot of money.
They didn't make a lot of money.
He didn't get a lot of money. I get it. We signed Eric Kendricks, and we didn't really need nobody after that.
Right. Well, we got lucky with Kendrick, though. Remember, Kendrick was gone.
We almost missed that.
Right.
But it's stuff like that. Targeting the Eric Kendricks. Hey, bro, you a vet. Come on.
You played for them. He was in his defense. We need to come. You gonna start? Let's go.
It's stuff like that, bro. It's just simple moves. That's all. I really don't think I'm asking for that much.
Yeah, not at all, brother. Not at all. That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum.
And that goes for whoever the coach is. That goes for whoever the coach is, bro. And we about to get up out of here. Micah done already exposed you.
Yeah. He getting his 8 Mile on for sure. He getting his B-Rabbit on.
He did all that. He said, look, you ain't got to waste no time with me. So you can go get some free agents.
Yep.
I ain't got to be the highest paid.
Mm-hmm.
He already giving you music to your ears.
Yep.
So he telling you everything. Like you said, so you ain't about to do is blame me this offseason.
That's what he said. You ain't blaming me for none of this. So get the deal done. Mm-hmm.
And people fail for that.
Right.
So he already ahead of that. So like I said, so if we see that's gonna be I'm telling you, bro. If they drag their feet with Micah,
that's on everybody knows on them.
We know what type time they're gonna be on.
Yep.
For the rest of our lives. Damn.
Exactly. The dude, a superstar player, top of his game, one of the best in the NFL. Told you he want to get it done. He ain't got to be the top, break the bank. He ready to get it going, get some free agents, and you still can't get it done. Then you already know there's a you problem.
I know he pissing his agent off.
Oh yeah,
like you said, I know he pissing his agent off.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, get it just get it done.
Get it done.
Just
I don't want to be a week before the first kickoff, opening kickoff, and Micah still ain't done yet.
because I'm telling you, if they drag this out like they did with CD, I hope
Mhm.
Micah go blood. I hope, like I said, I want Micah to go. I want him to do everything unnecessary. I want him to pod during practice. Go live
on the field. On the
go
field.
live on Bleacher Report right there at practice. I
Mhm.
want them to suspend him conduct detrimental to the team
Yeah.
because he out there recording the podcast.
Go
doing-
ham.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I want to see stuff like that.
Yeah,
You want to
definitely.
get nasty? Let's get nasty.
It's that time.
Yeah, man. We the Dallas Duo. We getting up out of here. Hopefully,
We get some news soon.
hopefully y'all see us again in January because we get some news.
Right, we get some news soon. We ain't got no choice. January 14th be here, so either way, he gone or he got. We will find something out by on the 14th for sure.
So yeah, so by the 14th, by that news, we say by the time we get a new head coach or we retain a head coach, we will return. That'll determine how long we talk to him. Because
If Mike coming back, it ain't gonna be a long.
if Mike come back, that Jay might be a reel,
Right.
might be a YouTube short. If that
Short. It'll be just a
hey
short.
Mike back, we holler at
Yeah,
y'all.
he back.
So yeah, so hopefully that, like I said, then after that, we'll give you once before free agency, we'll give you a free agent preview.
Right.
Of the
We want a wish list.
Realistic wish list.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
It keeps it real. Because we know we ain't breaking the bank for somebody, so keep it real.
So yeah, this is over. Finally, the season is finally over.
Yeah,
This roller coaster, this media propaganda laden season. Man,
it was over before it started, bro.
We ain't got to hear another interview to the Senior Bowl. Or
there you go. You go.
Man, so everybody that survived the season, shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to all the teams that's still competing. You know, we are the Dallas Duo, and we are out.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy J5.
Off season is here, baby. J5. Go to the good bros.
You know it, and we out.